of that Earth energy. She's more connected with Mother Earth, and as she gives life. And the more of us will recognize that, if we begin to give our power to the woman, and not think, oh, that's a simp, we begin to realize that spiritually it works. It's that yin yang energy. We gotta recognize that the yin yang energy is alive in all of us. We just to accept it.
And we're all Africans, and Africans, we come from a matriarchal society, so it's natural for us to uplift our women and to listen to our women and pay close attention to what our women need and does. Yeah. So it's it's just a full circle for us.
And it is a process. It's not like something you're gonna spend overnight.
Conversation.
I'm gonna read a book. I want to be dominant or a slave. It's not like that easy for a lot of people. You have to really.
It's got to be like in your personality. You got to know what you are personality-wise. Yeah,
and it takes it's a process. Yeah, for me,
you got to be comfortable in yourself to do certain shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. Before I met her, I was always the dominant with the woman. Like I was always the one that was dominating the woman. But when I met her, because of the way she is and her nature, I automatically became what I needed to be for her. Because naturally, that's what I liked anyway. But there was no one out there like that. But once I met her, it all just worked out. And then from there, I had to learn how to be a submissive. So I came from being a regular guy that worked, and I had to tell people,
women.
I had to tell people to do work sometimes, guys or women. But with her, I learned how to flip the script.
Thanks, Jerome.
And as I began to grow into that, I began to recognize the power that it gave me. As I began to let go of always worrying about things and supporting her and strengthening her, I began to see how I began to get better. And I began to learn the lessons that she had that I might not have listened to before, because I'm thinking as a man, I have all the answers. I don't need to ask her. Not because I think that women aren't as smart, but it's just how we're trained to think. Yeah. You know?
Women are trained to think that they need guidance and direction for a man.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the secrets in spirituality, is that we begin to listen to her and just humble ourselves to not think that we're stupid for listening to the woman, but listen to what she has to say, and both together learn how to listen to each other without giving up that part of yourself and thinking that I'm giving up my power by listening to them. People think that if I listen to what someone is saying, that's me showing that I don't know what I'm doing. And that's how they don't learn, because they think, as soon as someone tells them something, they say, oh, I know that, I know. And we just learn how to be quiet, listen to how they explain it. Sometimes we learn things that we didn't know because we wasn't thinking about it in that way. So I've learned a lot from listening to her things I thought I knew. When I finally decided I want to shut up and just learn how to listen, I began to learn a lot of things that I didn't know, and I began to learn grow spiritually in ways that I was not doing by myself.
See, that's the type of relationship I want to be in right there.
Right? It seems like you guys got a good understanding of each other, right?
They understand each other.
I like that.
And they're comfortable in each other. I like shit like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
We need to promote more love like that.
Yes!
Absolutely, absolutely.
As you become more comfortable with each other,
What that's going on now, this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah. But you know, I
somebody asked, do y'all do stuff like, do y'all do things like 50 Shades of Grey?
That's what they basically, that's basically what it is.
Every day we do 50 Shades of Grey 10 times a day, 10 times over.
Yeah. God damn!
Yeah, I ain't playing, huh?
Hey, nigga, we get to that. He said, hey, nigga, we get to that.
There's one more thing you got to consider, though, is that when we started off our relationship, we started off on an honest tip. We were both so alike. We were comfortable with each other, sharing our deepest, darkest secrets and desires and fantasies.
Yeah. When you could do that with a person, when you could tell every secret that you have with a person, you know you found your soulmate and your twin flame. But BDSM helped us do that, because when you have BDSM, you have to negotiate your terms of your relationship. You want to ask a question?
Do you guys have a safe word?
He don't want one.
I don't believe it's safe words.
Oh shit, he's like that. He's gangster.
What? What made you guys get into this lifestyle?
It's a long story, but this goes to show a lot of points right here. Is that not everybody who's into this? People like to say that if someone's into this, that means they were abused as a child. If someone's messed up, I was not abused as a child. I was disciplined, but I don't have no desire for sexually back then when I was getting disciplined. As a child, I was always turned on from seeing butts and spankings and stuff on TV. I don't know why. as I began to get older, I began to morph into this person who liked the idea of seeing a woman get spanked to me getting spanked. But then I turned around as I got older into being wanting to be the one who's doing the spanking. I developed into that based off of whatever. She got into it herself in different ways, but we came together through that law of attraction. We attracted each other on different levels, not only just the spiritual level, but on that sexual level also.
Yeah.
That,
I got into it basically researching relationships and researching sex. I stumbled upon BDSM. It was like magic. It was like, oh my God, every black person actually needs to practice BDSM. Not so much as the state or the S&M part, but maybe the power dynamics part. Because with BDSM, it's a whole lot of communication involved. You have to negotiate like every single detail. How hard you're going to hit the person, how you're going to talk to a person, how you're going to take care of a person. Like, and you got to be very transparent. And it's like, and I think that's really the key to a lot of relationships, with having those terms of negotiation.
yes. Being open.
Wow, that's amazing.
You gotta be open and honest with the
Hey,
partner.
M-Dot! What up, Shells? That's my sister.
He said, "Go, y'all. I love it." Hey, y'all. Hey,
I'm
M-Dot
loving it
Shells.
too, shit, because you guys are teaching me a whole lot of
Hell yeah. I
stuff
don't know. I might let
For
somebody
clear.
time me up.
I
Fuck it.
On the fly.
YOLO, nigga. That's my top my ass up.
Oh my Lord.
Let me tell you something else.
Do you ever blindfold each other?
Yeah. I blindfold him all the time.
Yeah.
I don't like being blindfolded, and I don't like bondage. Like, that's not for me. So
I mean, she don't like being. She's not submissive at all.
yeah, that's not really my rule. But
So you're the dominant then?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Yes.
Girl.
What is this, girl power?
No, I'm saying I've always thought of myself like that. Like, am I a submissive or am I a dominant? I feel like I'm a dominant.
Yeah.
But to me, I feel like most women think they're not most.
I think it's how you feel, right?
Are dominant, but we're taught to be subservient, living in this Western part of the world.
Yeah. People don't think
Exactly.
Yeah.
People don't think as a man you can be submissive and still be a man. You know, we were to let the woman rule like in a way and see how they think. We'll begin to see how wise they really are. You know, a lot of people don't even give them a chance to do that. Mm-hmm. And in most households, women rule anyway. Exactly. You see how the father
come home, bring the money, the wife decorating, right. The wife is making the appointments to the doctor. She's running the household. She's the delegate how all the money is spent, how everyone is looking. Yeah. You know what I mean? The woman really runs the household.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in a domineering way either. It's just really you work together. Yeah. You know, but you can. It's not really the thing about letting who wears the pants. People get upset when you say the woman wears the pants, like some kind of way to take something away from him as a man. You can still protect the house, protect the children, protect your wife, be a man. It doesn't mean you're on your hands and knees, but you can still show the respect and be submissive in that way and realize that she, has a lot more authority and better ways of thinking than we do sometimes.
I like that word. Authority.
Mm. Yeah. I like that too. I like that too.
She's like, motherfucker, I run shit.
I like that too.
Something else will help in relationships also. If people learn how to not only be honest with themselves and their partner, but be open. If you tell that I want to have other partners, and they accept you in those terms in the beginning, you don't ever have to lie or cheat, hide your phone. Exactly. You just be like, you know what, I've been in the urge for this or for that. And if you're in a good kind of relationship and you both agree to those type of things, you can have what you want. So you might want to bring a third person in. It might be whoever. If you two are comfortable with each other and you allow each other to have your fun and to be what they want to be, there's no need to lie or cheat or anything. That's the number one reason why people fail, because they hide their phone. They want to be out there. Even if they're not having sex, they're texting people, sexting people, they hide their phones. If you already have an open relationship or open communication, you're truthful and honest with each other, and don't be embarrassed. So when I saw the stuff that I was into, I had to not be embarrassed at all. And when she did make me feel bad about it, then I was able to share more. And she shared for me what she likes, So There's no embarrassment. There's no reason for me to hide what I'm searching for on the internet. It's nothing crazy, of course, but if I want to look at
Do
mud
you
wrestling,
guys?
I know
Do you
she's going to
guys have
be.
like a,
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You said, do we what? Swing?
Do you guys have a like a polygamy relationship?
It's called
Polyandry. Well, I've always seen myself with more than one. So from Rip, I told him like I want more than one husband. This is what I feel like, is in my personality, is in my being, is in my spirit, and he agreed to my
So
terms.
You're pro poly what?
It's different terms for it. They got polyamory, they got polyandrous, they got
Polygyny,
polygamy. It's different forms. It doesn't mean that you have to be necessarily be married to that person, but you got multiple partners and not be a swinger.
Yeah, because I'm not really a swinger. We're not really swingers.
So there is differences. Some people just have sex with random people. Some people might have sex with the same 10 people over a period of time. They're not married to them. It's not polyandry. It's just that they are open to their friends. Yeah. Some people are open to the point where they date different people and have different sexual partners. And I'm leaving. And I'll see you later on. I got a date, and your partner's fine with that. That's not so much what we do.
Yeah. We kind of have fun together.
We have fun together, And that really opens up.
Wow,
that's dope, man. That's a dope relationship.
Yeah, that's dope.
Spiritually, how your spirituality grows when you begin to let go of your fears and let go of your fears to break down the walls in your brain. Now the energy is flowing a lot better. You two are able to grow spiritually. You're not afraid of what each other's thinking. She doesn't make me feel bad about nothing, and I don't make her feel bad about nothing. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing so she don't have to be embarrassed by what she's looking at, and I don't have to be embarrassed by what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I might want to watch, like I said, mud wrestling, and I know she's not going to look at me and laugh and say, "Yo, you're a pervert. Get out my house." You know what I mean? She's going to sit there.
Yeah.
So it's cool,
Hey, James, we're doing good, as you can see. I'm happy.
Yeah. When you're able to let go of your inhibitions and fear, and learn how to be open with each other, it just takes off.
It does. Your relationship grows so much. It's like it's exactly what they write about in poems. It's exactly what they sing about in songs. You know what I mean? It's like it goes from feeling good to feeling right. Yeah. Like our relationship, like I met guys that just felt good. Like, oh my God, I love him. I like to be around him. Oh my God. But like with him, it just like felt so right. Like when I introduced him to my family, I didn't get like nervous. Everyone was welcome to men. It wasn't nobody really giving him too much of the side eye. Everything just like clicked. So it was awesome.
I want to be in a relationship like that. I want to have one or more partners.
What? You have a relationship like that?
Yeah, because it's like no worries.
I don't know if I'm built up for something like that. I'm like
and me, you feel me? I like women, so you feel me? And I like a lot of women. Like, I don't want one woman for the rest of my life. You feel me? I want to have, like, you feel me, multiple women.
But do you realize you will have to take care of these women, right? Like, as if they're all your girlfriends, right?
On the terms of the relationship. Yeah. You have some women that like to take care of men. So he could find a whole bunch of women that like to take care of men and don't have no problem with it.
Yeah, be my sugar mama.
Yeah.
Be my motherfucking sugar mama. Fuck it. YOLO, nigga.
There's also women out there who like the same thing. So they'll be completely fine with you having multiple partners. So they'll know that you're one of their partners, and you'll know that you're one of their partners. And you don't feel like you're trying to own someone, Yeah. Because a lot of people don't feel like they're being owned. Someone's trying to own me or possess me. So the culture is actually growing. There's a lot of people out there doing it. So if that's what you want, don't sin against yourself and do something that you don't want to do. Because if you go to get in a relationship and you want multiple women, you're going to fail, because you're going to always be looking around. And that happens a lot also.
That's the truth.
But where can you find something like that?
Yeah, like how do you, because I don't think you would bump into somebody like that, like just walking down the street. Do you find them on a certain site, or do you go to a certain club or like where would you find?
You manifest your reality. You manifest your reality. I wrote down exactly what I wanted in a man, and I meditated on it. I masturbated with it, and that's exactly what I got. I got exactly the person that I wanted. We met a few
Holy
years
shit.
ago, and he actually told me that I was his soulmate. And at the time, I'm like, whatever. I ain't trying to hear that, you know. But like when I really sat down and we started dating and got to know each other, it was like we're more than soulmates. We're like twin flames.
Yeah, it's definitely deep. I was just reiterating what she said. If you really want that, and you start thinking about that, you're going to manifest it. It's going to come towards you. You don't have to worry about it. If you meet someone, chances are they're going to be into the stuff you're into. Because out of everyone I met someone that's the same as me at every single level. You know, and it's just amazing when it works and when it happens. Also, you can join groups not looking for it, but as you start getting more interested into it, you're going to start getting in those communities, not even on purpose, just by accident.
You gotta know
You
what
might
you
search for
want.
something and find a group that you're like, oh, black people are into BDSM. Let me join this group. Before you know it, you're in that community, you're making friends, your whole network of friends are going to change.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to start manifesting that because that's something that's on your mind.
You're going to change your frequency.
You know, whether you're looking for it in that group
Definitely
or not.
Definitely got to change your frequency. You got to, like get with people that's on the frequency that you want to be on. If you know that you like political African spiritual men, you go where those African spiritual men be at. You know, if you like a nerdy type of guy, then you go to Comic-Con and you go to all those type of nerd events. If you like uh, BDSM, you go to BDSM events. You know, it's all about knowing yourself and knowing where the person you are looking for is going to be. Like if I know I like men that's into BDSM, I'm not going to go to the masjid looking for a guy into that. And I mean,
yeah. Other thing I want to bring up is kind of related to this is that a lot of people are into a lot of this stuff, but they're embarrassed to say it. The number one person that's into this a lot of times is a woman, but she's afraid of what the guy's gonna say. You'd be surprised how many women tell the guy, "Oh, can you smack me in my ass or spank me?" And the guy says, "I'm not gonna do that," or they pussy out and they don't want to do it because they're embarrassed and they don't want to hit the woman, but she asked for it. But then now she feels bad because a lot of times they make her feel bad, like that's disgusting. What's wrong with you? Yeah. So a lot of women and men they stay bottled up their whole life, and they never fulfill their fantasies, their desires because they're too afraid to ask. If they were only free enough and able to say what they wanted to their partners without fear of being embarrassed or repercussions, then a lot more people would be happy. And I have the strongest orgasms ever, you know. That's what it's about at the end of the day, you know.
You always made me fall. Did you just say you had the strongest orgasms ever?
Okay, so I have one more question for you guys before we get out of here because I'm dying over here. Can you guys tell me what race building is?
Yes. That's a good question.
I think it depends. Race building is basic. I mean, at its basic level, just doing stuff for your race. You know, if you're black people, you're doing things to help build up your race. You're helping out with schools. If you're in a relationship and you're trying to get to know someone, you're trying to get to know someone, building a relationship with them. And if you become a couple, that's good for your race. If you're a good couple together, that's basically what it is.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I would like to thank you guys for joining us tonight. This has been a great show. I hope you guys can join us again on a next episode we have sometime down in the future. This was really great.
YouTube channel, a couples channel. So we were just talking about it today. So it's like so crazy that we got this. So now we actually see how we would act on TV and the computer and YouTube. So now we're good. We're good to go.
Yeah. Subscribe to them. All the people in the comments, subscribe to them. Yes. Tell them your YouTube channel again.
Did you set up your YouTube channel?
Right now, it's the Temple of Black Eroticism, but it's going to change to Ethereal Bliss. But you can find us right now on the Temple of Black Eroticism. TEMPLE of Black BLACK Eroticism EROTICISM.
It's also a website
on YouTube. Oh, I also got a website, templeofblackeroticism.com and templebe.com. I'm a life coach that specializes in BDSM relationships. And for the fellas, I got for the sisters too, I got some blessing lessons or blessing sessions. So check that out. Harrison.
Dope.
Check out
That's
the
dope.
blessing sessions.
You guys.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you. Good night. You guys, thank you for joining us here on Royalty TV. This was a good show. Thanks for supporting us, guys. See you next week. See ya.
YC the boss with the sauce. Gang, gang, gang. And we out of here.
Deuces, you guys.